Hello, everyone. It's your girl, B Woods, Brandy Woods, the millionaire midwife, and your millionaire childcare success coach. And guess what? I'm coming live from my home studio with two of my really good friends. And my Facebook page just told me I was on live. So hopefully your Facebook page told you that I was on live too. We have such great things to share with you guys. I am going to be talking to my good friend, Nikki Guzman, and her husband, Mr. David Smith, and we're going to have a really good time. So while we're getting ready to get started, grab your pen because you know I'm going to drop the nuggets. Tell your childcare bestie that they need to come on over and join the live stream because it's about to go down. Listen, we have the Childcare Millionaires Conference this week, and Nikki and David are one of our big sponsors. So shout out to Classroom Panda. Claps, claps, claps. So we want to make sure that tonight we tune in and we learn these 5 secrets to make sure our childcare marketing is on point. So the Childcare Millionaires Conference is on the way. I know some of you are on YouTube, some of you are on Facebook, but we wanted to make sure that you knew that we have live and virtual tickets. They are ready. We want you to be in the place. But tonight, we're talking all things childcare marketing. Now, in the chat, hey Tanika, nice to see you tonight. In the chat, please let me know that you've already shared this video. We want you guys to be in it, to win it. We want to make sure that you get all of this knowledge tonight about how to really make your childcare marketing stand out and stick out and make sure that you're getting recognized. So if you're looking to attract employees, you're looking to attract students, or you're looking for that great community, that branding recognition, you're in the right place at the right time. So I'm going to bring on my good friends. Hey. How y'all doing tonight?
We're good. This is my first time here, so I'm kind of a little bit nervous.
Listen, we are friends here at Childcare Millionaires, so we thank you. Guys, a lot of times when you see Childcare Millionaires, you're seeing the hand of Nikki and David. If you see Imagine Me Academy, you see the hand of Nikki and David helping me make sure my brands are standing out. So I just want to personally thank you for the work that you've done for me, making me look good, because, you know.
Well, girl, I'm honored. Thank you for trusting me. We have been working from summer camp last year, and then, you know, anything that you're just like, hey, Nikki, I need this. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. Sometimes, you know, I get like, oh, I hope she would like it. And then she's like, oh, I love it. I was like, good, you know.
I absolutely do. And one of the things I always love is I know that I'm going to get something fresh and authentic. I'm not going to get something cookie cutter. I'm going to get something fresh and authentic. And that's why I wanted to do this tonight, because I really wanted to talk about the 5 ways you can really make your childcare brand start out. But first, before we get into all of that, let me be nosy. So how did you and David ever get into designing, and especially for childcare centers?
Well, see, so I came here from the Philippines, and David, his family, his dad, his sister already own a daycare. And I love art since I was born. I love fashion, anything art, drawing, anything like that. And David, we tried to do the Classroom Panda software. It's like a software. It's like Hi Mama, ProCare, and stuff like that. And I was like, since we know daycares, we are experienced. I was like, you know what? Let's try to do this. So we tried it for like a year, And then we attended a conference for the first time because, just to get our name out there. And a lot of people that I've met have been in business for like, say, 30 to 40 years. And they were like, hey, do you know how to make a website and stuff? Like, for me personally, that time, it was years ago, I didn't really know how to make a website myself. So David knows it. So David was like, okay, sure, yeah, I can help. But that was just a sideline. And then people were asking, maybe 5 clients were like, hey, do you know how to make a website? And David was like, sure, sure. And as David was creating it, I was like trying to critique him. I was like, hey, you know what? Let's just do this. Like, maybe instead of this color, then this color and stuff like that. And then that were, like I realized like, okay, I am creative. I know, but I didn't know that I could do other things. Cause some art people are like, okay, I'm just good at this. This is my forte and stuff like that. So I tried helping him, and then clients loved it. So I was like, you know what? A lot of clients that we spoke or talked to in the conference, they are, maybe they don't know anything about branding, or they've been in the business for so long. Like his dad owned a daycare for like 40 years.
Gosh, all of it.
And doesn't know anything about logo, no website, no anything, right? Because, just word
I
of
love
mouth.
that. You found out when you're struggling, you were like, let me help the people.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people have been, let's say veteran, they have been in the business for so long, and then COVID happens, and then all the competition are younger. They know this, they know social media, they're very trendy. And they were like, oh my God, we have been the best daycare before out there. The program is the best. But being out there, it's just like, oh my gosh, people don't know me anymore, or
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great point for us to start with. And guys, in the chat, real quick, drop how long you've been in childcare, because I think this is true. I am not a digital native. I'm older. I'm approaching my 50s, and I have to think about technology, right? Don't do that, Nikki. Don't do that.
I didn't, girl. You don't look like it.
Well, we have 3 grandbabies, so that lets you know. But for me, we used to just really rely on our program. We did a lot of word of mouth, and all of a sudden, like, people want you to have a digital home. It's just not enough to have a good program behind your brick wall, behind your sheetrock. People want to see and experience you in a different way, which is why I'm so glad that you and David found out, hey, we love this industry of childcare and a different way to service the industry. And I love all the softwares. All of us use something. But behind that, we still need to have a brand. So I'm so happy that you niche down. Every time I see your work, I can tell it's like packed with love. It's oozing and goozing with love. So thank you so much. David, I have a question for you.
Sure, shoot.
So speaking to us that's been in the business a long time, one of my top secrets is about having a digital home. People tell me all the time, I have a Facebook page. I'm like, girl, you don't own Facebook. Make Facebook mad. Facebook, please, I don't want to make you mad. But do something against the code, and you will find yourself in FB jail, right?
Right.
So I know that everyone needs to have their own digital home. So, David, how important do you think it is for every childcare center to have a website?
Oh, I mean, it's essential at this point. We come from this evolution of, where basically word of mouth and posting signs on the street was just, what you did, and just by good reputation, you got people. But, that's what a lot of the shock right now is, because, people have evolved into this digital mindset. Everywhere you go, even all of us, I'd say anyone with a cell phone, their first impulse is going to be check Google, check Facebook to see what's going on with that. It might be it's your restaurant, maybe it's your childcare, whatever it is, you're checking first. You don't want to go to some one-star place that doesn't know what they're doing. It's just that's important. Even if you don't have, say, a Google page or something like that, there's Yelp, there's all the stuff out there already telling people what you're about. So, even if you, by choice or not, there's people talking about you. So it's better that you control the narrative, first of all. Definitely want to control that narrative. Definitely want to have your all your socials unlocked. Make sure that, you're getting all the information out there to the people that are looking. And just, it's great to get visuals of what, your center's all about, what your facility is all about, right there at the fingertips, and if you don't have that, then, it's a lot more effort for them to find out what's going on at your center or your, even your in-home.
I think that's great, and if you don't control the narrative and you don't give people something to talk about, some people will be like, oh my God, they're super great. And even if that's the narrative, how can people fact check that? Me as a consumer, I've already done my research before I stepped in your store. You know why? I don't have a lot of time. Before I call you, before I pick up the phone, and definitely before I get in my car with this $19 million a gallon gas, I've already fact checked who I'm doing business with. So this is very important. Now, you guys do something that's super dope. And I really think this is, so having a digital home, guys, is our first secret. You have to have a digital home where you're controlling the narrative. You're pulling in those testimonials. You're making sure people can connect with you. David, I'm going to come back with a follow-up question about that digital home. Sure. But I saw you guys recently doing something super dope, and that's creating custom videos for childcare centers. Now, Nikki, I'm feeling like this was your idea. Whose idea was it?
It's definitely Nikki.
Well, yeah, you know what? I'm a lot of people my age or millennials or whatever are always on social media, and I appreciate like when I see something, oh, this is so cute. And I don't work alone. David and I doesn't work alone. We have a great team, and I make sure that I hire the best people. I train them just to make sure, hey, this is daycare, this is early child and stuff like that. We have to target the parents and stuff. We tried one. I think one of the clients, I was like, you know what? Can we try this video for you? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's give it a try. And that was our first time. And then boom. And I asked her, can I post this on my page? And she was like, yeah, sure. And then like a bunch of people are like, oh, I need that. Because I felt like a lot of childcare owners doesn't get much, I don't know, marketing or branding in social media or in Google and stuff like that. Unlike boutiques, unlike consultant businesses and stuff like that, are always advertising. But I felt like some childcares, or at least the people that have been here for so long, hasn't really taught that. But they have to think that, hey, these clients are not going to be forever. After 5 years, 12 years, they're going to graduate or they're going to go somewhere else, or they're going to go to school. But our target audience today are younger people, which are always on Google. That relies on, views or reviews and stuff like that. Like say you go to a vacation, like say Florida or anything that you're not from, and then you ask yourself, okay, I wanted to go to a restaurant, I don't know. And then you go to Google, right? You don't go to Facebook and start researching like, hey, where's the restaurants near me? So you go to Google. So that's what potential parents do. Maybe they do it like at 1 a.m. or 12 midnight or something. They search childcare near me, preschool near me, daycare near me, anything. And then that's a time that, okay, all of the people, all of the competition that you are in, if you're not in Google, but you have to, it's free. And then they're going to start, okay, this is nice. And then they're going to go to your website and they're going to check, okay, they have programs there, what age group they offer, stuff, field trip, summer camp, after school program, anything. So you get to control on your website what's there.
And that video is just a great way to surmise it. People don't read. Like I know reading is fundamental. And me and David look like, we used to watch the Reading Rainbow, Sesame Street, take a look, read a book. People don't read. So anytime that you can use video to explain what's going on in your center and how great you are, I think it's great. The other thing animated video does is it cuts the cost down from you having to shoot real people, making sure your edges are right, making sure you don't have a toothache. Those animated videos gives parents a lot of information in just a short amount of time. And I love the fact that the videos I've seen you done have a call to action. Call us, chat with us, enroll now. And so you're getting to tell people exactly what to do. So last question about the videos, Nikki, how long should that video be? 30 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute?
Well, anything that's more than a minute, people doesn't really, if they're just scrolling through your feed, they don't really stay that much unless it's very interesting and they're very interested, or like, oh my God, I'm looking for a care or something like that. I would say the max would be a minute.
Okay.
But if your program has a lot to offer or you need to explain more, then 2 minutes will cut it. If more than that, it's going to be dragging.
I'll touch on two things if I would. Yeah, when you're doing advertising, if you're doing like on your Facebook advertising or your Google, a minute's a good way to keep people's attention. I used to do YouTube videos and stuff like that for a long time. And basically that attention span falls off after about 30 to 60 seconds, right? I would say the plus though is when you brought someone to your website, you can add on probably an extra 30 seconds or a minute just because they're there. They're already invested, right? They're invested in what you're doing. The video, and the reason why it's been so popular for us, as far as selling, is because people understand their story, right? They understand what they're about. They may not understand Google, they may not understand Facebook or the internet, but they understand their story. So we're able to take that story and evolve it into this, picture for people to really, be sold on.
And as a parent, I'm thinking, if they have their own animated video, what else are they going to do? Right. So it's just another like stand out wow factor that's going to make me want to engage with this brand a little bit more. So David, I have a question for you. So I know you're all technical, and childcare centers, they just don't run ads. I try to get them to understand the concept of ads, whether they're Google ads or Facebook ads. And really, if you're an Elevation Mastermind or the membership, you're going to hear me talk about keeping your Google page nice and fresh graphics, fresh ads. One of the things I know that those videos, it will get your pixel warm. So can you just tell them what a pixel is and like kindergarten, pre-K terms, and why they use
terms? Yeah, right.
The best way I would call it, as far as to describe it, it's a tracker, but it's an advanced tracker, right? You can take that information that you receive from when, say, someone clicks on your website or buys a specific product or goes to a Facebook ad, and it will tell you like how long they've waited on that page, where they're scrolling on that page. It will tell you what their average cost of buying is, what they're buying, those kinds of things. And then of course, as you integrate that into Facebook, you can build lookalike audiences. You can build like, let's just say you have 10 signups from, we live in Smyrna, Tennessee. So you have 10 signups from Smyrna, Tennessee. And you can look at sort of those demographics. You can look at sort of those age groups that are interested in you. And you can build audiences after a certain period of time based on that information that you're receiving from that data that you're harvesting. So it really gives you an opportunity to really, grow your audience, to build, target very exclusively into who you want to grab. So that's the essential.
And thank you, because this pixel goes on your website. It goes on your Facebook. It's already on your Facebook business page. So when you are playing those videos or you're having those engaging posts that Nikki and David can create for you, you're warming your pixel up. It's like, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
The more clients is joined to you. And then your pixel will say, hey, Brandy likes that. I know 5,000 more people like Brandy who may need to do this. And then your pixel will work for you. So a lot of us, we're trying to figure out, how do I target people? Have you guys ever shopped at a boutique? Most of you guys are ladies on here. Anybody ever did online shopping? If so, just give me a $sign in the chat. I did some today because some of my outfits for the conference are in customs. So we already know that I'm not getting them before Friday, right? How many of you have ever done online shopping? If so, give me a $sign in the chat. Okay, Christina says that's me a lot, right? Okay, cool. So if you've ever done online shopping and you went to that website, now all of a sudden, that's all you see on your Instagram page. That's all you see on your Facebook page. Reading an article and you see it again. That's because you're hot on their pixel. They're like, let's get this person. They're interested in what I'm doing. So, David, thank you for that explanation. So, One of the things that I wanted to share with you guys is Nikki and David, they have some wonderful branding and marketing packages, and they have some wonderful things that they've done. So we've talked about websites, video ads. The next thing I want to talk about is those kicking, rocking folders that you guys create for people.
Yeah.
My parents see those folders. Oh my God. I had you guys create them for my conference last year. People were like holding the folder. They were rocking it like a baby. I really appreciate it because it allows us to come into the market looking super fabulous. So tell me about the folders, Nikki, and what made you start designing those?
Well, it's so funny because so Classroom Panda actually just do software and then became website and then a logo, right? And then the clients were like, hey, do you do this? And I was like, yeah, I could do that. Anything that's like art, marketing, or branding, I could do it. So most of our services are actually recommended by other clients. Hey, you know what? I like this. And then when I do it, I start advertising it and people start to love it. I forgot which client did order it, but then they were like, you know what? Do you do this? Can you try? And I was like, sure. And everyone loved it. So for me, it's a perfect way to kind of like put all your handbooks, e-packets, forms when you have a tour and you want them to, to go there and stuff like that. And before they leave, you can give them a packet and then give them the folder design. This one is Brandy's. Yes, and we print them too. That's optional if you just want the digital design, that's fine as well. But this is a parent folder. So for all those, potential parents or newly enrolled parents, you can put all their packets there because this folder have like pockets inside. So you can put a lot of paperwork in it. We also do for employees or people that, if you're hiring and you want all those stuff after the interview, you could also do that. Or anything in particular that you want folders for, we're there.
Yeah, I love it. Even when we give, if we go into different events or job fairs, just showing people all of the touch points touch points is not the word I'm looking for. I feel like when people feel like you're investing in your business and you're showing up in a way, they notice it. This feels different from getting a manila folder from Walmart, and you're getting this, or having, wonderfully branded items. And we're going to talk about some other things that you guys do, to make us stand out. So I know that you guys have a host of things. I love the enrollment folders and the staffing folders because it just says, I care about you enough to go the extra mile. But there are many things you guys do, and I'm going to walk through it, and then we're going to talk about our last secret weapon, and then I'm going to tell them how they could contact you guys. If you've ever worked with Nikki before, let us know in the chat. I love the work that they've done for us, for Childcare Millionaires and Imagine Me Academy. Y'all know I'm an owner first, so I'm like, look, Nikki, can I get some of that? Can I get some of that? Our current t-shirt design, our summer program design, all of that was designed by Classroom Panda. And we absolutely love it. So, and I see you guys added book illustrations. I'm going to be a customer for that. But these are some of the wonderful things you guys do. The custom logo and the branding kits, brochures, social media, animated commercials, the e-packets, folders, billboards, illustration, all of that is good things. So I'm going to flip through, Nikki, and you can kind of tell them some of the things you guys create.
You want to talk?
You can talk.
I'll cover it. Actually, I'll cover it because Nikki doesn't want to get too rambling.
Hi, Terry. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I think the cool thing about Classroom Panda is, we pretty much evolved into everything, right? We can, as far as, making your branding consistent throughout. If it's your business cards, your letterhead, your branding, as far as flyers, Facebook covers, any social media outlets you might use. We're able to do that as far as designing and setting up an arrangement that looks good and fits your look, your style. So that's the real cool thing about it is, we're able to make everything uniform because we know how to do it all in branding regards, at least. So that's what we're trying to do here as far as, we have a lot of different packages right now that we kind of just say, here, if you need a complete rebranding, or if you need to redo your look that was maybe created 20 years ago, here's your opportunity to, really change that appearance, the look of it.
Yeah. And we want you to, advertise your business like confidently, like, hey, here's my business card. I want you to pass it on social media or in person with a smile that this is me. I'm confident. I know a lot of people that I've worked with in the past already have their logo. Most of them got it from Google, like artwork, clip art, or someone just designed it for them from Canva and stuff like that. So all of the logos that you have seen here are hand drawn. They are illustrated exclusively for our clients. So you won't get in trouble if you decide to print it in billboard or anything, poster, stuff like that. It's yours. I know a lot of people were like just saving anything that's like, oh, this is cartoon or graphic. I want this, and I'll just put my name. No, that's actually illegal. But but yeah, so yeah, would be happy anything you want. If you're a Montessori, if you want classic or minimal style, we're there for you.
And I love the fact that you guys also do the e-packets. I think just all of this stands out. Joanna says, I need a new logo. Yes. Hey, if you need a new logo, they are definitely the ones. Because I had copied, right? I trademarked my logo in my brand. I was like, Nikki, I can't get a new logo. She was like, but we can create something great for summer. And so we can go beyond imagination. And so even if you have a program or something special, they can do it. I love the fact with the e-packets. So if you want parents to know more about you, they're exclusive to your brand colors, and everything is going to look brand type. And so I know some of you may not be in the market for a new logo, but some of you should be. How many of you just found out you're doing something illegal? You're riding dirty out there, right? You're using somebody else's graphics, right? I'm going to call it OPG, other people's graphics. You don't want to be doing that. No OPGing around here. Not when you can have something that's hand-drawn exclusively to you. And, Nikki, I work with a diverse population, right? And so I love the fact when I talk to you, I'm like, okay, Nikki, I need a little bit more color here. Okay, I need my little Asian baby represented here. Okay, where's my African-American baby? I love the fact that at the end of the day, we want to be inclusive, right? So when people look at my branding, and I'll go back to my folder, because I think we went over my folder a few times, and I was like, Nikki, I need a baby. I need an Asian baby. And you're like, okay. Because when people look at our brand, we want them to see themselves too, right?
Yeah.
Just how we want to feel confident. We want them to feel confident that they have representation in our center. Just like you guys, you hire multicultural staff, diverse staff, you have inclusion, you take care of special needs kids. If those things are important to you, it should also be reflected in your branding. Okay, Tamika says she needs an e-packet.
Yes, girl, I got you.
So Nikki has created something special for us. And you can go to this exclusive page for Childcare Millionaires. And I've already put the link inside of the chat. And she has come up with some exclusive packages just for us. Whether you need one thing, some of you need everything. So Nikki is opening up a new huge center after being a home provider, 24-hour home provider. It's her time. And right, so she don't need one thing. She needs everything. So some of you need everything, but some of you only need one thing. So what you can do is you can literally go down the page, and there are so many different packages for you guys to choose from. Or you can customize something just for you, right? So if you already have a Facebook, a website, but you really need to get it customized, you can do something for them. And their chat works. You can ask them questions. Yeah. You can tell them what you want. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. I want to do this. And most of the time, Nikki says, let me figure out how to do that. She never says no. She normally says, let me figure out how to do that. And that's what I love about you, Nikki.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. Well, Miss Tanika asked, is it okay to use stock photos, or should we use using our own photos? I don't have professional pics of babies. Yes. Okay, so when it comes to stock photos, if you bought it or you have subscription from Shutterstock or anything, any website that has stock photos, yes, you can use it like the real photos or even the graphic ones. But if you're using the graphic ones as your logo, if you got it from Canva or anything, you're not supposed to use that for a logo, but you can use it for like marketing as flyers or posters or anything. But logo, it's a no-no.
Yeah, I'd say if I could touch on this, because I research it a lot because we do a lot of this, for so long. Read the fine print. Always read the fine print. Whatever you're doing, always read the fine print. But especially websites like FreePic, they have, or like Shutterstock, Getty Images products out there, any of their stuff. If you do not use it properly, you can get fined big. I mean, I know there's just their demand letters over $5,000. So you got to be real careful about, those kinds of things. But do your homework. As long as you do your homework and you know what you're getting. If you paid for it, then you're probably buying a license. And usually there's at least 2 different kinds of license based on what you're going to have.
Yes.
So make sure you just do your research for sure.
Yes.
I like Jermaine. He said, listen, I've already submitted my form on the website. I am ready. I love people like that. I know.
Yes.
As we are moving our brand, your brand changes. So this is my last thing. So number 1 was about having a website, guys. You got to have a digital home. And that home needs to have a few things. It needs to have a way to capture information. It needs to have your pixel on it so you can keep it hot. And it also needs to be inviting and inclusive, And so one of the things I love about Nikki and David, when they're going over the website, they're making sure your SEO is in check. So when people are searching for daycare near me, you're coming on up to the top, right? Number 2, we talked about using video because millennials ain't trying to read. They're just not.
True.
They're just not trying to read. So if you can give me a hot 15 seconds to a minute of why I should keep looking on your page, I'm more likely to do that. We live in a day of Reels and Instagram and TikTok. Mm-hmm. They will not read a book, but they will stay on TikTok for 4 to 5 hours a day. So
visual.
You need to be where your customers are. Running ads. If you're to the point where you're trying to fill up your center, but to run ads, you need great collateral. You cannot run ads to junk. You cannot run ads to junk. You cannot run ads for stuff that you don't have a license to use. This is how we get in jail by social media. You don't want to get in trouble. Not when you can have something that is tailor-made for your business for a few $100s. And lastly, you want to make your enrollment pop. Whether you're always selling. You're selling to employees. You're selling to parents. So when they get that professional folder, that professional e-packet, that letterhead, your business card looks the same. Your signature looks the same. Your logo is vectorized and don't look like, it was shaken up in a bowl of cereal and then slapped on the website. These are things that you need to do. But last but not least, I want to talk about my 5th thing. And this is going to be hard. Now, this used to be a song, Nikki. You may not know it. Being from the Philippines, David, I don't know if you know it. But it was a song. And it says, I think you better let it go. Looks like another love's TKO. Some of y'all need to just let that Brandon you have go. I'm just saying. Sometimes are fresh, and it's okay. I know some of you have inherited centers from Big Mama, and your parents had centers, or that this is the way it's always been, and you're hanging on to something that's fuzzy and unattractive, and it's not making you stand out in the right way. So your brand has to say, I'm professional, I'm up to date, and I'm ready for the next group of customers. So Nikki and David, what happens if we need to do a rebrand and we just need to let that old brand go? I know this is like therapy. So help us out.
So a lot of people have their own different, I like this. I like more fun. I like more clean. I like more sleek. So we can work on that. If you think that you already branded everything, like your 20-year-old logo or stuff like that. And if you want to keep it consistent, I can also just kind of just touch it, modernize it. Yeah, you don't have to change everything completely. I have worked with one of her clients. She had it for like 15 years, I think. And I was like, you know what? Let's just add something on it so that it's still, you can still recognize it, even if, it's new. So we can also work on that. We can work how you like it, what you don't like about your branding, or I can tell you like, hey, how about this? We can just change something for this a little bit. Just basically make it to 2022 instead of 2012. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I mean, just colorizing it, maybe, adding some extra color in there, maybe not, 256 pixels, but now like, HD colors, versus vector versus non-vector. You have that blurry logo that's,
So y'all talking
very
about
small.
me. I know it.
It matters. It matters. But everyone's there at some point, for sure. They've done it before, for sure.
So like, they say size matters. Vectoring matters, people.
Right.
Yes.
So when you want to make that logo bigger or smaller, it doesn't change the aesthetic. So I'm going to challenge you guys to take my dusty logo. It's 10 years old. I'm challenging you guys to take my baby and make it into something great in the next 30 days. Do you guys accept the challenge?
Amen. I'm up for it. Any challenging thing, give it to me, please.
So we're going to do a big reveal, right? Can we do a big reveal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, so there you have it, guys.
Unmask.
I've been doing the same thing. I've been holding on to that. I don't even know if it's JPEG. I don't even know. It don't have file names. I don't know my brand color numbers. It's just bad out here. And I've been holding on to it for dear life. And I've decided we have our 10-year anniversary next year. And so I say that, we dust that puppy off. We make it look good, and we carry the new branding into our decade of business. How y'all like it?
Yes, that's amazing. I love it.
Yay.
Yes.
Nikki said, they say revamp. Okay, Simone is going to give a donation to the revamp.
Yes.
But no, seriously, guys, your parents want to see something fresh. And it doesn't have to be not recognizable. It's just like when you get your hair done or you go get your makeup done. You're still you, but you just look a little better. You want to show up the best way you can in the world. You want to make sure that your business is showing up. Everything is digital now. When you're sending over digital files, you want to make sure that they translate well, that you have something that you can send parents. And why not just make it look super great? So Nikki and David, I thank you guys. So tell them how to connect with you and how to work with you.
Sure. Yeah, just really easy as far as just go to classroompanda.com. If you're on Facebook, you can look up Classroom Panda or look up Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki Guzman.
Nikki Guzman. So
you can message me. I'm always online.
And then you can see on the screen there, you have a little chat box in there. If you just want to go to the website, if you can't find us on Facebook, just click the chat box. It will go right to us. We're happy to talk to you there. Or just you can email me or Nikki at just david@classroompanda.com or nikki@classroompanda.com. We'll get right back to you.
Yes, absolutely. Be the best version of yourself because, we always evolve. Caterpillar doesn't stay a caterpillar forever. They spread their wings and stuff. So it's okay to have a little change. It's okay if you just want to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't be scared. And if you don't like something, we could change it. It's not like, okay, you have to just stick to this and stuff. You can be honest with me like, hey, I really don't like this. Or can I add this? Like, okay, we got you. All we want is for you to be happy with it, satisfied. I want you to be, first impression last. When you see someone like, oh, they're fancy, they have this, they look good. She's professional. I respect her and stuff like that. But if you go to the interview and you look not yourself, they're not going to have a confidence with you. First impression last, especially when you're in the internet. You're a stranger to this potential parents. They don't know you personally, if you're good or not. Anything that they see online, that's what they based it on. It could be reviews, website, or anything.
So you telling me my branding and marketing is letting them know if I'm a daycare dinosaur or if I'm a daycare diva.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
that's what it is. You know,
Yeah.
everything speaks. So every piece of collateral, everything you put on your social media, either you're trending upward or you're trending downward. You're staying in the flow. And I don't think you have to be trendy to trend up. You may have a solid, great program and you want to keep that traditional feel. You want it to, if it's Montessori, you want it to have that Montessori feel. We're not saying change that, but we're saying when it shows up, be the best at that. If you have an energetic play feel, have the best at that. If you have a Montessori feel, have the best at that. Us, we're all about literacy and we're all about kids being whatever they want to be. So I want to see kids in cop costumes, as teachers, as doctors, as lawyers. So whatever it is that's special about your program, if your branding is not saying that, you need to call Nikki and David. You need to call Nikki and David. Sheila says we're upgrading. I love it.
I work with her. I love her.
So we always want to upgrade, guys. We want you to show up and be the best. So at the bottom, it shows the link that you can reach Nikki and David, especially for Childcare Millionaires. They've come up with some great packages, and you guys may not know, but they are one of our sponsors of the Childcare Millionaires Conference. Woo! They are sponsoring our live stream. So for all of you who could not come in person and you wanting to come because of Nikki and David, we're going to be able to offer live stream, at an affordable rate for you guys. We're also going to be recording our live stream, and our vendors and sponsors will be hopping in, saying hello, giving away gifts on live stream. So if you're not yet registered for the conference, I'm going to ask you to please go to childcareevents.com and grab your ticket. The lineup is bananas, Nikki. I don't know. Did y'all see the lineup?
Mm-hmm. You're amazing. I can't wait.
You're gonna want to be there. Michelle DeJohnson, who is a childcare franchise guru. She scaled businesses up. She used to own a chain of edible arrangements. So she knows if you want to be a multi-center owner, the skills you need to have. If you need HR help, we have Dr. Joy Pittman coming. I mean, listen, anything that you will want to know about childcare, if you want to not be that daycare dinosaur, if you want to be that daycare diva, you should be there. But don't hear from me. Listen to my mentor.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Lamar Tyler, creator and founder of Traffic, Sales, and Profit. And if you are in the child care industry, there is only one place you should be. It's only one person you should be connected with, and that is Brandy Woodsmith. Listen, this event, right, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. Guess what? I'm going to be there. But this event is specifically crafted and curated for you, for your industry, and for individuals like you, right, in your business to find out how to catapult yourself from the center you have today to the center you've always dreamed of. I'm talking about unlimited supply of children that you're helping, that you're molding. I'm talking about parents that you're lifting the burden off of. I'm talking about an impact, right? A social impact in your communities and an economic impact to your bottom line. That is what this event is all about. You are officially connected to the best with Brandy and her team, and I cannot wait to see you at her event in May. You better be there.
May is here, so you better be there. We have a wonderful lineup, some of our Childcare Millionaires family, as well as our coaches. We have speakers. And just added, we have a whole wonderful gospel lineup. Marcus D. Wiley, he hosts a radio show with Yolanda Adams, will be our host. And he will also be our comedian for Sunday. So we definitely want you guys to be there. So Nikki, David, before you leave, why did you decide to help sponsor the conference? Because we truly appreciate it.
I mean, it's obvious, right? You're an authority in the field. You know what you're doing. We support people that know what they're doing.
Yes,
and you got it going on. So we want everybody to get the knowledge and the information they need to be a success, just as much as we want to do what we can to help everyone be a success. So we appreciate you for sure.
Yeah, we appreciate you because we wanted to bring live stream, the cost of live stream is like $10,000 to set up. And we were just looking for a way to help people, get the information if they could not travel to us. So we really appreciate, your sponsorship. And we hope that us in the Childcare Millionaires family can support you just as well. So guys, go and click that link. We put it in the chat. Talk to them. Let them know what you're thinking about doing. I can't wait until we reveal some of our rebranding that we're going to do for Imagine Me Academy. I put my money where my mouth is, So I don't want to be a dinosaur. I want to be a diva too. So
follow the leader.
Let's follow the leader. I'm really excited about working with you guys. Before we go, is there any last words you have?
Just do what you have to make your business great. I mean, it's not just about us. There's a lot of things you can do for free. Google business pages, just making a Facebook page, but do what you need to do to stand out. We encourage you to do that because we want to see you be a success.
Yeah, you may have a very great program. Parents love you, but it's probably not going to be enough. Not online presence.
Not worth it.
They have to know, like, hey, there's a not good daycare, quality childcare there. I'm there. You have to spread the word out, not just the people that you're talking to in person. Everyone needs to know. That's your bread and butter there, okay?
So they say they want the diva status. So I love it. Hopefully everyone is going to be contacting you. Thank you for making our brand look better. And absolutely, thank you for all the templates that you created for us for Elevation Mastermind, the t-shirt designs for every conference, the banners.
I can't wait for that t-shirt.
Yes. They are being printed as we speak. So we are super excited of the way you've invested and that you always are checking in to see if we need something. So we wish you guys much love, much success. Thank you for niching down because someone has to help the childcare industry. And we're glad that it's you. Y'all give David and Nikki Smith some claps in the chat. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
You are so welcome. All right, guys, that is tonight's webinar. We want to see you in Houston. We're going to be there. You need to make sure that you're either there on live stream or that you're there in person. I don't care how you get there if you can. The song say, there are hills and mountains between us. That don't matter. It's always something to get over. There's always going to be a circumstance. There's always going to be a situation, but you have to choose you. You have to say, listen, I'm going to dedicate time to myself this weekend. I am going to make sure I'm at least at live stream. And then if I can't make every single session, I'm going to go back and watch the recordings. If you purchase live stream, we're going to give you the recordings for 60 days because we don't want you to wait forever. After 60 days, those recordings are going to go toodaloo, goodbye. And then at the conference, if you're there, we're going to tell you how you can donate to an organization and get those replays as well. We thank you guys for being here with us tonight. And as you know, I'll see you guys soon, but I'll definitely see you where? See you at the bank, making deposits and not withdrawals. I'm so happy that you invested in childcare as your industry of choice. And I'm so happy that I have decided to invest in you. I will see you this weekend at the conference. If you're not there, I don't know where else you should be. You got to be there. You got to be there. However you get there, you got to be there. All right, guys.